Alright, good morning everyone. How are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel, and for today we have a drill or a skill practice that I'd like to call a beast hop. So I'm a level 1 animal flow instructor, and the beast is one of the fundamental base positions in our library. So I want to use that and transfer that skill to a handstand practice, which mainly what we are learning for this series. And the beast hop teaches us to bail out, but in a lower angle to the ground or lower distance from the ground, thus mitigates a lot of the fear. But we're still learning that mechanics and how stable our shoulders must be to give our body and our brain to a sense of safety. I've already talked about this in the previous video for learning how to bail out. If you are more advanced and you don't need to do this in the ground, go ahead and just jump up to that tutorial. All right. So for this purpose, I want to talk to you about first how your hand placement must be. We want about shoulder distance apart. Fingers are not closed, not too wide open, just slightly open that you can almost grip the ground. We want our shoulders locked out, so we don't want even a slight bend on the elbows. We want to lock it out. Push tall with the shoulders, creating that nice strong stability, and even externally rotating our upper arm, creating a lot of tension even on the lat side. And you're going to feel this when you try it. So after you set up your arms and your shoulders, that's where you play with your legs. How far or how close? And ideally, since this is an animal flow form, I want you to be a little bit narrower instead of knees under the hips. It's a little bit more forward. So you'll feel that you're a lot stronger here because your base is smaller, just like an animal. And after you create this nice, strong, stable position, that's where we'll start to play around by lifting one arm. And you'll notice just that slight movement can be a lot challenging already. So if you are a total beginner, if you don't have the strength yet, maybe you want to just practice that first, and you'll see that there's a lot going on in one shoulder when you lift up the arm. And I just made a tutorial for a cartwheel, and at one point we're always at one shoulder, and we are pivoting from that so that our body can rotate and bail out safely from a handstand. So making sure we are strong and stable on one shoulder, and maybe even allowing a slight rotation as so, can give us a lot of safety and preparation for whatever could happen during our handstand practice. All right, so let's go down to the drill itself. After you have found your beast position, okay, your leg should be quite light here. If you are shifting backwards, then your weight is a lot on the legs. It's going to be very hard for you. And you're actually creating a forward momentum as well. And that's going to make you work harder on the shoulders to stabilize. So from the very beginning, let's practice good form and technique. So shoulders above the wrist, push tall, lock out the elbows, grip the ground, and lift up one arm. And I want to rotate towards this side, rotating on my pivot arm on the base hand right now, and hop. All right, notice I'm not bending on the elbow here. I'm still pushing tall, and that gives me a nice solid pivot point to rotate around. Let's do that one more time. I'll jump as far and as high as I can, and lift, and jump. All right, good. Now, if that is a little bit too daunting for you, you can always practice also the hand placement, just like when we're doing our handstand practice or our bailout. So while we're jumping up, we can reach the hand, and instead of just reaching in front, we reach a little diagonal, and that gives us a rotating motion on our hips, because the body naturally follows the trajectory that we go to, especially where we look. So if you do that, beast position, lift one arm, reach across, and that gives you more stability because you have two hands to rotate or push from. All right, Let's do it on the other side just for measure. Set your beast. Lift one arm. Reach across diagonally. And notice how I'm naturally rotating to one side. And if you put this into practice into your bailouts on the wall, you'll notice that naturally your body will get down safely. And teaching this over and over to our body, making it as natural and subconscious as possible, your fear will get mitigated and you'll just feel more and more confident doing your handstand practice. All right, if you want to learn more about my handstand workshops or one-on-one coaching, you can always DM me or leave a comment and I'll tell you more about it. All right, so I hope you learned something new from this video, and if you have any questions, leave a DM or a comment and I'll get back to you soon as I can. All right, peace and love guys, see you in the next videos.